WNC, America's Black News Channel. Watch 15 minutes. Share with everyone. Finally, news that speaks to us.
It's all too familiar. Sharing, reporting, and talking about tense police encounters in Black and brown communities. Some actually turn physical, with officers being overzealous, and in some scenarios, they end in death. For generations, Black parents have been engaging in the talk. It's not about the birds and bees. It's about navigating this tragic reality. But here lies a clear disconnect, right? And begs the question, as a Black person in America, how do you prepare and what do you do when confronted by police? Now, I know folks at home are going to say, cooperate, cooperate. Of course, we know that. So let's bring in our panel to give us some more insight. We got criminal defense attorney and private investigator Karen Nance, along with Arnold Adkins. He's a retired DEA agent and also a professor. Thank you both for joining us for this very important discussion. So Karen, I'll start with you, right? When does cooperating with police turn into your civil rights being violated? There's a clear line. When is that line crossed?
Absolutely. The first thing in our minds when we are pulled over as people of color is, am I going to get home safely? What can I do to make sure that I get home safely? My rights, I can address that as long as that I'm alive to tell about it, right? And so the first thing we need to think of is, how am I going to behave? How am I going to ensure that my behavior is going to make sure that I obtain my goal, which is to get home? So that is just to follow just some simple rules of stay calm, keep your hands where they can be seen. And as you had indicated in the beginning, we're talking about this type of talk that parents and other family members have with our young people, both men and women of color. And so once we are able to get out of that immediate situation, even if we're put into custody, we need to make sure that we're alive to tell about the situation and then address, I need an attorney, don't make any statements. You have a right to an attorney once you've been in custody. And so that is the way to proceed, and not fight, not run, just adhere to the best of your ability and not say anything that will incriminate you, and make sure that you get home if they're willing to release you. If not, comply so that you can get out of custody as soon as possible.
All right. Now, Keith, we'll swing things over to you. You were a special agent for years, right? When you hear Black and brown folks having that conversation about protecting oneself from law enforcement, the very agency meant to protect, what comes to mind?
Well, it's sad, and I teach this to my students all the time. I mean, my father gave me this lesson when I was 17 years old, once I got behind the wheel of a vehicle for the first time. We are treated differently. Black youths are more likely to be put in handcuffs and perceived to be more dangerous than anyone else. And my father told me that. He was a police officer in New York City. So it's something that I had to abide by my entire life. But, you know, you teach all students that they have certain rights when they come in contact with the police, whether it's behind the wheel of a car, whether it's in the street, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of rights that people don't know that they have. And I tell them rights that police officers aren't going to tell you that they have. So it's up to you to become your own legal advocate and learn how to defend yourself, because there are a lot of rights that we have when we are confronted by police and we have in police interaction.
I'm wondering, I hope we have this video. If not, I'm just going to go into the story anyway. We covered a story about a 12-year-old boy riding his own bike he got for Christmas. A group of white men accused him of stealing that bike. Police were called. The young boy, according to his parents, this is the video right here, was roughed up, thrown in the back of a cruiser, and it turned out the young man was telling the truth. It was his bike. What rights does that young man have? What are you supposed to do in a situation like that when you know you're riding on your own property? Karen.
Thank you, Tashani. In that situation, as I indicated before, you do have rights, but you need to make sure that you don't present a physical threat from the perspective of the police, right? Their adrenaline's high. They're assuming and acting as if they're doing the right thing. You know that's your bicycle. He's a 12-year-old, for goodness sakes. And so what he needs to do, and hopefully his parents have shared this with him, is to we'll deal with the bike later. We need to make sure you're returned home safely. Just give your name, whatever questions are asked of you. Unfortunately, we're going to be treated differently. That's the sad fact about it. And with that understanding, don't aggravate the situation. And when your adrenaline is running high because you're doing the right thing, it's very difficult to kind of turn that off. And maybe what would be helpful in those situations, for example, would be to have some type of role playing with your family members and say, what would you do in this situation? So it's not such a shock when these things happen. And unfortunately, it does happen at a higher rate than with
I hear you, Karen, and you're the legal expert here. I mean, don't aggravate the situation. What about innocent until proven guilty? It was clearly this young man was guilty before he even allowed to prove his innocence. Keith, what's your response? I see you shaking your head.
There was absolutely no reason, none, for the police to approach this situation the way that they did. Now, the attorney knows the difference between mere suspicion, reasonable suspicion, and probable cause. I don't know what led the police to believe that this young man violated the law and they had probable cause to arrest him. I don't know. But all they had to do, once again, he's 12 years old. It's a bicycle. He's 12 years old and it's a bicycle. There's 5 or 6 police officers there. All they had to do was go up to this young man and ask him, whose bicycle is this? And they would have found out on the spot that it was his. There was absolutely no reason for this many officers to, one, put handcuffs on this young man, because we know how detrimental it could be to put handcuffs on a 12-year-old boy. Would one of those police officers want to put handcuffs on one of their children? How would they feel if something like that happened to one of their children for a bicycle? All they had to do was ask the young man, whose bike is it? And he would have said, it's mine, I got it for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then the case had been closed. Now, about the assault charge, et cetera, okay, if they had probable cause to arrest him for assault, that's their right. But once again, innocent until proven guilty. That's our adversarial system of justice. You're innocent until proven guilty. But I believe this whole situation could have been quelled at the site where they came in contact with this young man.
Yeah.
What is the rush? Why are you rushing? What's the rush?
I hear the outrage in your voice, Keith. Let's stay with Florida. Karen, I'm going to swing things back over to you. A child in the same age group, right? 13 years old, black girl, of course. Classmate creates a fake account, says that, issuing threats toward the school and harm and what have you. She is then detained, placed in a juvenile detention center for nearly 2 weeks. And then police finally find out that this account was fake. When you hear about a story like this, right, and the criminalization of youth, what comes to mind, Karen?
It just exacerbates and highlights the disparity between treatment between people of color and non-people of color. And I do want to make a brief comment based on what the gentleman just said. I'm not at all advocating or saying that the police acted properly, not at all. And the assumption is if the little boy, the 12-year-old said, oh, that is my bicycle, that he would have been believed. The reality is no matter what we say, we're not going to be believed. When we have 6 or 7 officers, white, black, whatever, they're not going to believe you. So the thing is to get to yourself to safety. We have Dante Wright. We have a million different examples of people trying to tell the police, this is the situation. I didn't do this or I didn't do that. And they're killed at the hands of police. So my goal is to make sure that they get home safely or they're in an environment where they can advocate for their civil rights. That's the fear that I have, is that if we start talking, say, this is my bike, this is this, then it's going to be misinterpreted. He was trying to grab me, he was trying to assault me from the police perspective, and the police are going to say, I had to defend myself, so I had to shoot this individual, 12, 22, whatever age we're talking about. So that's the sad fact that we're living in, unfortunately, in 2022 still.
Is it about the adultification of our children? Is that what we're running into here, Keith?
Unfortunately, yes. Once again, because our children are viewed differently, unfortunately, by the police, always have, always will be. Yes, unfortunately, a lot of our young people become adults a lot quicker than they ought to have to be, and that's a sin and a shame. But once again, uh, it's not a train. A lot of people put it on training. You know, I taught at the FBI. I went through the FBI Academy, and I also taught at the FBI Academy for 5 years. Never once did we train any of our basic agent trainees to treat people like this. So I know these police officers were not trained to do this in a training environment. This is something that they've had in them prior to becoming a police officer and have carried with them throughout their careers. So once again, my favorite word is accountability. They have to be held accountable.
Yeah.
I can't train racism out of somebody. I can't train the way you perceive a young black male to be, whether he's combative, belligerent, maybe. I can't train that out of you. I can teach you that it's not going to be accepted. And if you continue to practice those types of practices, then we're going to hold you accountable. That's the key, to hold them accountable.
Yeah. Implicit bias.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Karen, final word.
Well, I agree. I think we're all here on the same page, and we want what's best. We want what's right. And most importantly, we want what's just. And we want to hold the people that abuse and hurt us accountable. That's the most important thing. And whatever works in different environments, it might require different tactics like extra training, training in cultural competence, cultural humility. Those are really great things. Anti-racism, those things that need to be incorporated into the training of these law enforcement officers to make some changes. It's going to take some time, but we have to be vigilant and diligent in doing so.
Got it. I just want to say this really quickly before we go, because we got to have a takeaway. If you have an encounter with police, stay calm. Answer any questions they have for you. Keep your hands where they can see them. And if you are brought into custody, still remain calm and use your one phone call. Did I get that right?
Absolutely.
All right. We might have to swap jobs one day. All right. Thank you both.
I disagree a little bit.
Okay. Say it real quick.
When you say answer any question that they ask, you don't have to do that. You never have to talk to the police ever. That's your Fifth Amendment right. Now, that's your choice. But people need to know that when police officers ask them questions, they are never obligated to answer those questions. The only time I can think of when you might be obligated to answer a question as to who you are is if police officers have reasonable suspicion to believe you've committed a crime, they're going to ask you to identify yourself. And in certain states, you're not obligated to carry identification. But in that case, that's the only reason I can think of why you might want to talk to the police and identify yourself. Other than that, you never have to talk to them. Innocent until proven guilty.
Thank you for that. And on that note, I want to thank you both. Great conversation. I know I personally learned a lot because I'm not exempt. Thank you. Have a good weekend.